Playing for
Yeah, I'm doing. What's up, y'all? We had a little hiccup, but let's get into this, man. Naruto chapter 665, man. Man, I'm gonna tell you off the bat, this chapter was garbage. I ain't like it. Just stuff didn't make sense to me. Okay, so what's my man Madara gets there, and then Black Zetsu, he says, "I got that shit for you. I got that shit for you." Now, you know he got the Nine Tails bagged up, ready for him, ready for Madara to buy it, and he's throwing in um, where say Rasengan, then a Rinnegan go along with it, right? His Madara says, "Give me the shit." He says, "All right, I'm gonna give it to you." Now he's walking over towards him, right? I mean, he's getting ready to leave Obito and go towards him. Obito pulls him back. I already seen that off the bat. Kakashi and Gar, they're getting ready to do their thing, and Black Zetsu stops. He's like, "What the fuck is that?" Obito pulls him back on top of him. I guess he needs him to live, or whatever. That's what they said, that they need him to live. Really, I don't give a shit about Obito no more. He served his purpose. He's done. Fuck him. I don't want to see him no more. And then he says, "Wait, Madara, I got a few words for you." Oh my God. He says, "I gotta talk to you. I gotta lecture you to death. That's what I need to do." No, that's not the time. It's not the time for it. And especially since Madara usually isn't the talking type, so I really don't want to see it. Um, so this shit, man. So Obito gets to talking to him. "Oh, we had dreams. You're the one that told me to tell everybody my name was Madara. You wanted me to carry on your will. I was your disciple, whatever." And basically, Madara, he admits it. He said, "Yeah, you was my disciple." And he said, but he had to explain what the sixth path, the Sage's sixth path, was doing. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to tie that in with him. Like he's saying that the Sage, you know, giving everybody chakra and trying to align them, which he actually did, and get them in sync, is analogous to what he's doing with the Infinite Tsukuyomi. Now, the difference is that the Sage failed because everybody he gave everybody powers and they went rogue with the powers. He said, "I'm going to take everybody's powers and then force them to get in line," basically. So he's saying that he's going to pick up where the Sage failed. Basically, that's what he's trying to say. But he also admits that that using power, which is what the Sage did, is the way to go. He just didn't go about it in the right way. And then he said that started wars because motherfuckers had power, so everybody's going into war and stuff like that. He also shows Madara and Hashirama. We get a flashback of Hashirama and Madara battling. Then he says that if you don't have power, you'll lose everything. But then they show his brother in him, right? And he's walking away, and his brother's eyes is wrapped the hell up. Now, if I'm not mistaken, everybody said that he forcefully took his brother's eyes. On this, we see his brother's still alive. So I'm not 100% sure what to think about that. Because he says that if you don't have power, you'll lose everything. It sounds like to me that they're saying that that his brother lost his eyes because he wasn't powerful enough to beat Madara. That's what it looks like. But at the same time, Madara didn't just kill him. So Madara is not pure evil. He can't be. Because otherwise he just dealt with his brother right then. And on top of that, he's not dealing with Obito. He tells Obito, he said, "Bring your motherfucking ass." So Obito starts walking towards him. Now, Gaara and Kakashi try to stop him. My man, what you call him? What you call him? Kakashi used Kamui, right? I believed he used it on the kunai. Um, Gara, he used this sand wave or whatever to make a damn wall between Madara and Obito to stop them. Now it looks like Kamui is being used again, but to be honest, I'm not exactly sure where it's coming from. It looks like it's Obito, or I don't know. It could be Obito or Kakashi, but it looks like it's coming from behind Obito. It might be used on him or whatever. Who knows? I'll see in the next chat. Like for some reason I couldn't really make that up. I mean I couldn't really make it out. Now my man Minato, he zips towards Madara and tries to use Rasengan on him. And Madara basically says, we don't waste shit around here. He cuts his arm off, throws Minato into Gara, and throws Rasengan into Kakashi. Like, basically, we ain't wasting shit. I'm using Minato and I'm using the Rasengan on both of your asses. What's up, Dark Ice? So he said, I'm using them on both of your asses. Okay, so in the next panel, I see Obito. I thought that he could have been Obito using, Kamui to walk through that desert wave or whatever. But as we don't see it, I'm guessing that was Kakashi. I think he used it on the kunai, and he was trying to use it on Obito. Okay, so Obito gets up to Madara, and here's the big part of the chapter. He stabs through him, which really doesn't mean shit, because we know that Madara can heal, because Obito was healing like a motherfucker when he was a sage. And he goes back to the talk no jutsu that Naruto gave him. He gave him a good sound talking to. And Naruto says, yada yada this, yada yada that. Obito believed him. Now he's trying to, basically pick up where he left off. He said, I wanted to be Hokage. I'm not going to be Hokage now. He basically admits that because he says, I'm the guy who used to what did he say? I'm the guy who used to want to be Hokage or something like that, or the guy who was going to become Hokage, something like that. So with that being said, I think he's just trying to say, okay, I'm gonna do whatever I can from here on out. I'm trying to, operate as if I was Hokage. The responsibilities that Hokages have, that's what I'm trying to do. And he uses the same shit he was using when he was in Jubi form. He pulls something comes up out of his hands, and he pulls out the sage staff. Now, if you notice in the flashback, they show that is the staff that the sage was using. So in Madara, what's my man name? Obito, he can use it. But this the crazy thing. I could kind of go along with that. I don't think he should be able to use it since he doesn't have Jubi, powers. But I can kind of go along with that for the simple fact that he was using it for a while, so maybe he got used to it and he knows how to use it now, and maybe he's using the Nine Tails chakra so far to do it, being that he's fused with Black Zetsu, but it should be to a much lesser extent. It shouldn't be powerful at all, and really, he should be about the strength of what they call it, a Jeep Cherokee. But I don't understand how he was able to, slash Madara. Madara was able to get out the way of Minato, who's as far as we know, is supposed to be the fastest ninja to ever live, or one of the fastest to ever live, and he was able to dodge him easily, but he couldn't dodge Obito. He let his guard down. Now I can understand, Madara growing a bond with Obito. Why? He basically raised the little, motherfucker, the little crumb snatcher. He raised his ass basically. He followed him. He had him following in his footsteps. He was his disciple. I can understand that to a certain extent, but here's where it gets shaky. I can understand that Madara, gained Obito gained Madara's trust, but Obito had what did he do? He set Madara up. He wasn't going to bring Madara back to life, and he took the damn Jubi powers, which was supposed to be Madara. So he set him up, and Madara knew that. And Madara tried to kill Obito at one point. You understand? So with all that said, I don't think that he should have been able to talk to Madara at that point in time. Madara already know that Obito ain't on his side anymore. From when he tried, from when Obito tried to snatch the powers from him. And the simple fact that Obito didn't bring him back. It was my man what's my man name? Kabuto's one brought him back. You see what I'm saying? So I can even go with Madara, developing some kind of relationship with Obito. I can go for that. Because Madara did have a brother, and at some point in time he wasn't, as evil as he is now. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, they also trying to explain that he's trying to do something at least good. I'm thinking he's trying to become, instead of becoming Hokage, he's trying to become dictator of the planet, but in the same way trying to accomplish the same thing in some kind of his own weird way. So I can go with that, but I can't go with him trusting Obito after all that happened. And on top of that, he listened to that bullshit. And another reason why I don't like this chapter this week, all that fucking talking and flashback. They only did one thing that they only revealed one thing in the flashback about the sage that that I would want to see, that he tried to align everybody up, but that was only like one fucking panel, 2 panels. So yeah, this was a bullshit chapter. I'm gonna give it. I don't want to say it's the worst chapter ever. It wasn't the worst chapter ever. It just was a whole lot of dumb shit. The Obito and Madara thing didn't make sense. Madara going soft on us. We don't need that. Especially, like I said, I can understand them doing that to a certain extent, but not after what Obito did. So that didn't make sense. And him not being able to dodge Obito didn't make sense. Now it looks like Obito's going to use Black Zetsu to give Naruto the Nine-Tailed Fox. And that's how they're going to contrive it to get that out there, But I don't understand why they didn't just put the Nine Tails in Naruto if they was going to go through all this dumb shit. So I'm going to give this chapter 1.5, 2 stars. I'm going to say 1.5. 1.5 stars out of 5. Because I couldn't stand most of this chapter except for like 2 different parts. So that's pretty much it. Go ahead, leave your comments, like the video, fuck the dumb shit, and anime and manga means more. Subscribe. Peace. I fucked my whole outro up because I did it in a different order. Peace.